with as hot as it has been, the horse manure is nice and dry. Are you rolling? This will be the third inspection for this year. I didn't do any video the first two. I should have, but you know, it's just those times when you feel like you gotta get it done and you don't have time for the camera. But today I'm so fortunate to have the beautiful Mamakirbs as my camera person. So she is suited up. We are recording on her phone today instead of the big camera. Mismatch. When we're in there today, I will sort of describe how the season has been so far. We are operating on limited time, so I'm not intending to do like a full-blown inspection. First of all, I want to observe these first 3 hives. There's bees coming and going. This is healthy traffic on these 2. The third one's a little light. That third one is a split. Actually, the second 2 are a split. Over the winter, I lost 1 of my 4 hives, so I came into this season with 3. And currently, I have the 2 horizontal hives and these 4 vertical, so that's a total of 6, because I did split a couple, and that was just early on because there were a lot of resources, a lot of bees, and I was doing sort of a swarm prevention splitting. And then we're just going to smoke under the hood a little bit. I put a lot of empty frames on top, hoping they would build up, and it looks like they haven't yet. But let me just take a peek in here. This was one of my foundationless frames.
Is it typical for them to start building on the bottom? Is that something you want or not want?
You don't really want it, but it is typical. It's not a really big deal. It makes it sometimes a little sticky to get the frames out. So they're kind of building. I don't see anything on these frames. So they are building. There's a lot of bees down in there. It looks like they are starting to build up since we are limited on time, and I don't need to get in there. This bee population looks really good. They are starting to bring comb up. Unfortunately, they're connecting the frames, but even still, they will eventually start coming up into this next box. There's still plenty of pollen out. It's hot in Texas, but we've had a really nice wet spring. So there's been a lot of flowers, a lot of mesquite. So I'm just gonna put this one back because I don't see the need to get in and do a real deep inspection. Those bees are being very respectful. There's lots of bees in there. And yeah, I just don't see the need to go too far in this one.
Did you see any beetles?
I did not see any beetles. There's probably some in there, but I didn't see any. Okay, let's get in here to this next one. I'm just gonna lightly smoke the entrance. Under the hood.
Is this one you recently split?
This is from a split, yes.
Nice.
Yep, there's a big drone right there. A lot of people see those and they think that's a queen because it's so big. Oh, he flew off. There's another drone right there. Just a big male bee. There's still plenty. See, I'm not in a hurry to put another box on this one because I can tell already that there's still plenty of space. They're not running out of room. So they have no comb drawn on that one. Pop this one out.
Did you tell the bees sorry?
Yep. They did. So several drones on this one. Lots of good looking bees. They're not overly agitated, they're not agitated at all, which is fantastic. If they were immediately agitated, then it would be a sign that maybe they don't have a very good queen or a queen at all. But this is looking very nice. Really nice looking comb on there. Looks like they have some honey and nectar in there. So they're doing their job. They have some pollen down in there as well. That's the dark, see the orange in the base? That's their packing pollen. So I'm gonna pull one more frame and then consider this one done. I just don't need to do a whole lot. And lots of nectar and pollen in this one. I expected a little more brood on this one. So we're switching phones. This is now my cell phone because her phone got too hot. So let's see if we can make this work. Little phone mess up. We missed a little bit of video there. I'm now in the third hive. This is a split. It looks like there's not a lot of activity. Most of the activity is on maybe 3 frames. I mean, there's a decent amount of bees in those 3 frames, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull 1 or 2 just to kind of see what's going on. Hopefully we have a queen laying eggs and we'll be in good shape, but let's see.
So is your goal to find a queen and just...
Well, I always like to see the queen, but it's not necessary. If the hive is being... Oh, sorry, I did it again. Okay, so that's a lot of nectar and pollen. They're making honey right here. So, but that's not what I'm concerned about in this hive. I don't really care about honey right now. I care about these bees making a new colony that's going to be successful. That's a very heavy one. So they have a lot of honey and pollen on that one, which is fantastic, but it still isn't a good indication of, you know, that hive doing well. So if they have lots of brood on these 2 frames, we might be okay. More, well, there is some brood. I see eggs in there. It's like a queen. That's an old queen cup. I don't see the queen, but there's a little bit of brood mixed in with nectar and pollen and honey. So it's not looking like a great start. Those are old queen cells that queens came out of. I believe this is the frame that I put in there that had extra queen cells. That's why I split it. Okay, we're just gonna close it up. I'm not extremely hopeful for this one right now, but a little hopeful. I was wrong about one of the horizontal hives. So what happened with that one, I wish I had video of this. I don't. I caught, you can see the ladder over there in the tree. Is that in swarm right now? Look at that. Look.
How
That's
come?
exactly where a swarm was that I caught. See it up there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I caught a swarm. That's why the ladder's out here. And I put it in the horizontal hive, and I forgot to block the entrance, and they immediately left, and they were gone. But there's another swarm right there. That's probably my bees.
We can come back and get them. After my phone cools off.
Yeah.
And I
well,
cool
we'll
off.
see. I might get those. I might just let them do what bees do. Because that's about 13 or 14 feet high. Because that's a 10-foot ladder. And the last time I had to actually cut the branch to get them off of the branch. That's a very difficult position to get a swarm, but I might try. We'll see. Let's check this horizontal hive here. And I opened up a second entrance.
I see a roach.
Yeah. Dead roach. There's another roach. It's the Air Force jets flying over. Oh. See, I still have never fixed my divider board by adding another board on top. So there are a lot of bees over here in the empty space. Potentially, I mean, they might just be hanging out, but potentially they are looking to extend the colony. If it looks like that's what they need, I'll go ahead and put a few more frames in here.
You really love your bees to be out here in this heat.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's probably close to 100 degrees today and very humid. Okay, they are building. This is, you can see a lot of bees up on here. It looks like they're going to start building out this foundation. So they have plenty of room. It's not really a question of them running out of room. They have 3 foundationless frames here on the end. This one is all just nectar. Lots of nectar. They're going to be turning that into honey. That's probably the case here. The next few frames. Lots and lots of nectar. This is going to be a honey frame here. Okay, they don't really need more frames. They have space. I might put a foundation frame between those. Oh, that one's very heavy. Oh my goodness. Lots of honey.
Show me.
Lots of honey. That's a very heavy frame. And they're building out new comb on this new frame here. I think I put this one in last time. Yep. Lots of bees. Lots of new comb. Lots of honey. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of these foundation less between foundations here. That's just gonna help them keep building straight. All right, I'm gonna get one more frame and put on the outside of this one. Be right back.
You left me alone in here.
I did. I left you with the bees. All right, let's take a look at that swarm again. I wonder if they flew out of that one that where I was lacking bees. I wonder if they split the hive themselves and left. Well, do we have time
For what?
to get this swarm?
I don't. Can we go cool off first?
Okay.
I'm hot.
I'm gonna go ahead and go up the ladder just so I can get a better look at this swarm. I'm really suspicious that these bees left that hive that we inspected, that third one. So there, it looks like only two, but there's 1, 2, 3 right here. That third one that we inspected has very few bees in it. So it could very well be that this swarm right here just left. Like they wouldn't be here for very long. A few days maybe. But it's possible that I can get up here and shake these guys down into a box and get them back into that colony or into another box.